Hey there, we are live for our Wise Woman Worthy Collective space. We have shifted from Sundays to Mondays. And so my phone is lighting up for everybody. I'll be there. We just have to get into the swing of Mondays and we feel it. Stacey and I were like, we made it. So we are going to record this message for you. But first we're going to share with you a little bit more about our Worthy Collective group so you know more about us and what we're here for to share and consistently. Welcome to the Worthy Collective. This isn't just a community, it's a sacred space for your soul to breathe again. A place where women from every walk of life come to rise in their health, wealth, faith, purpose, and presence. Here, there's no hierarchy, no comparison, no pretending, only truth, only grace, only women remembering who they are together. We believe growth doesn't have one timeline or one look. Some days it's rising boldly, other days it's resting bravely. Both are worthy, both are growth. You're not behind, you're not too late, you're right on time for your next becoming. In this space, you'll find encouragement, accountability, and sisterhood that reminds you that you can build your dreams without burning out. You can walk in faith and not fear. You can create a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. Welcome home to the Worthy Collective, where grace meets growth and purpose meets peace, and women rise side by side. And tonight, I have the beautiful honor of introducing our gorgeous, sassy mom. Woman of three, or woman of three, sorry. I just saw a message that says, I'm running late. Sorry. I think they thought it was maybe 7:30. Sorry, I just saw a text. I'm like, it was very distracting. So our beautiful goddess and wonderful speaker tonight would be our Stacey Duffie, and she is a mom of five. I could not dare say that it was only three girls. It's five. And how many grandbabies?
Two grandsons.
Two grandsons. Yay! So I get to share about Stacey Duffie, our soul experience mentor. Stacey is a holistic practitioner with over a decade of experience, along with unexpected life experiences that have guided her towards helping people reconnect to their mind, body, and soul. At one point in our journey, Stacey felt deeply lost and alone, so disconnected from herself that she nearly lost who she was. That experience became a turning point in her life and is the reason she is so passionate about helping others find their way back to themselves. Through her work with intuitive toe reading, Stacey brings soul to soul, focusing on the whole person rather than just one piece of the puzzle. She believes our bodies hold powerful stories, and when we take the time to listen, we can uncover clarity, healing, and transformation. Beyond her professional work, Stacey is also a proud mom of five amazing daughters. Her life experiences have deeply shaped the compassionate and grounded way she supports others as they grow, heal, and rediscover the strength and light within themselves. And we are so thankful that Stacey has chosen to step into her gifts because we are all greater for it. And tonight's message is super exciting because it is courageous visibility, leading without shrinking, which I believe we all have felt that one time or another. So thank you, Stacey, for managing and juggling your schedule to be here. I know this is late for you because you get up so early in the morning. So we're so thankful to have you leading us tonight.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful entrance. Um, okay, let's get started. Um, so tonight, as you said, is about courageous visibility. And what courageous visibility really means is the willingness to be fully seen as you are, without hiding, shrinking, or performing, despite the risk of judgment, rejection, or discomfort. It's without waiting to feel ready, perfect, and fully healed. It's not loud. It's not perfect. It's not about attention. It's about truth. And what it looks like, speaking honestly when it would be easier just to stay quiet. Showing up even when you feel vulnerable. Letting people see your story, not just your strengths. Choosing authenticity over approval. At its core, courageous visibility is I will not abandon myself just to be accepted. Um, this relates to my life. Um, while I'm on my journey of shedding layers and old beliefs and expectations and survival patterns, I once I once learned to be okay, be strong, don't show too much. That's not a weakness, that was protecting myself. But now I'm doing something different. I'm sharing my story, even the hard parts. I'm helping others through my lived experiences. I'm letting myself be loved and supported like I never have before. And I'm stepping into my purpose. This is something that I struggle with still daily, but I can feel my growth on a daily basis also. I stepped into a new role at work, which is also pushing me into standing up for myself and standing in my authenticity and not just trying to make everybody happy just to get the job done. For me, this looks like peeling back. Hold on, did I just? Okay, yes, peeling back the layers I didn't even realize I was carrying. Layers of I should be okay, I shouldn't feel this way. I'll just handle it on my own. And as I've been doing this through the years, I've realized, yeah, I can do it on my own, but it's really hard and it's really heavy. And sometimes it's just too much. But that's when you shrink because now you're shrinking yourself so that everything else can fill that void. I'm learning slowly that I don't have to hide to be loved. I don't have to be, I don't have to have it all figured out to show up. And neither do you. I want you to gently, I want to invite you to gently reflect. Where in your life are you still holding or still hiding just a little? And where are you already beginning to let yourself be seen? No fixing, no judging, just noticing. Because courageous visibility isn't one time moment, it's a practice. In mine, sometimes I still hold back. I need just a little bit more time to express myself in certain situations, but I'm pulling in, I'm going to say my inner goddess to guide me on stepping over that. It almost feels like that barrier's there. It's a step that, a caution step. Watch out for that step cautiously. But once you step over it, you're like, oh, I got this. I got this. And that's like my motto lately. Is, one step at a time. You can't do it all at once. I mean, you can run up that flight of stairs, but you're probably going to feel like you really did it instead of one step at a time. Even though those steps feel very, very scary, and that caution is just bleep, bleep, bleep in your face or in your head, where you're like, what could happen? What if? What if? Just blindly leading in faith. And that brings me back to faith. So my faith was not very strong for a lot of years. And I'm amazed at how strong it has become so quickly. And I put it as, even though I felt alone on a lot of times, that was my chosen thing, to be alone, to not believe that God was right there with me. But every once in a while, now that I'm looking over all that, I'm seeing that he was leaving little breadcrumbs here and there just to keep me a little interested or to keep me on the right path. And I'm very grateful today for him doing that. And that is one of my daily rituals, is to thank him for his patience with me and for leaving me little trail of how to get back to him. And that was done with not just him. It's been a lot of people in my life that have intrigued my mind with their faith and their values. Also, with a lot of them, I have read the Bible, and when they share that with me, I'm seeing it in a different way now than when I was a child. I think as a child, it was, at least this is how I felt in my church, that it was like, you cannot do this. You are a sinner. You cannot do that. You are a sinner. And it left out all the other things about God loving you and God, having faith in God and he'll make everything, okay. They put that, instilled that fear. So I feared God more than anything else. And now I'm realizing that he's not someone to be feared. He's someone that I talk to on a regular basis when I just need someone to talk to, and he's the only one there. And that's how I want. I wish I would have had that type of a God feeling when I was younger. But now I can make up for lost time by letting him guide me again. So my visibility has been through things in my life, relationship that I am testing the waters in right now. I have spoken up for myself on a regular basis of, I don't like that. I need more of this. I want more of this. But I'm also, what do you want? Let's come together and figure this out. I just want to be like, hey, this is what I'm going to accept, and you need to accept it because it's on my list. And if you don't match it, I also realize this is the first time I've dated a man who is religious and God-fearing and has read the Bible. I went through a list of all of them. I think it's ever the first one, unless there was a boyfriend and, when I was in church for a short period of time. But never have I had anybody with this type of knowledge or the faith that he has, which is he's teaching me also, which is wonderful. Oh. So I am choosing to be courageous, visibly courageous, any chance that I can, and going boldly in all of my steps. I have goals and things that I want to accomplish that I have let my visibility be hidden for a very long time. And I'm trying to break out of that shell. Or I am breaking out of that shell. I'm not trying. I am breaking out of that shell. I'm a little tiny chick. And I'm not very strong, so it's breaking slowly. But every day I can feel that moving and becoming more visible. I walk into a room with my head held high. I don't hide in a corner and wait to see if somebody recognizes me. If there's somebody I recognize, I make sure I recognize them. And hello, how are you? How's your day? It makes my day better. And I notice that other people seem to light up too. And I'm working on hearing things from other people. I have a few people that call me continuously for help, even on a work basis. And today I was listening, and I kept hearing him say, "So I got it right, right? So I got it right, right?" And I was like, "Oh, you got it right." And he's like, "Thanks, that's all I needed." So now I know that when I go out there, I gotta be, "You got it right." and then we're good. And he's happy and he can go on with the rest of his day. So it's helping the listening. You're on mute.
Whoops. Sounds like his love language is words of affirmation.
Yeah, yes, definitely, definitely.
That's so good.
Right. So remember, even if your voice shakes, even when you're not sure how it will be received, for a long time, many of us were courageous in a different way. We were courageous in surviving and holding it all together and being what everyone else needed us to be. But this is a new kind of courage. This is the courage to soften, to open, and allow ourselves to be seen without performing or proving. Because this space is a space where we get to be seen.
Amen, sister. So, so good.
So, if anyone would want to share, which we're limited today on who's here, or if you feel more comfortable to just journal about it. Where do you see yourself hiding? Just a small little thing. It doesn't have to be a huge revelation. Just start with something small. And is there something you could do to shine the light? Maybe it's just a little, just start to dim the light up a little bit. Whatever it is, just one small step at a time till you get comfortable with who you are or with with who you are. True, with who you are, showing everyone your vulnerabilities, letting people see the true you and who you are. So these are just a couple of prompts too. What does it mean? What does being seen mean to you personally? When do you feel the most like your true self? What is one small way you've shown up for yourself recently?
What would you say?
I feel it's nice to be seen. It's 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 not the look at me. It's that just like someone out of the blue says, "Oh, you smell really nice." Or, "Oh, your hair looks really nice today." It's those little things that show you that someone's seeing you. You know, like, "I see you. I see you." Those little steps, um, those are coming up a lot lately. Like I've changed my hair a little bit. This is my lazy day hairstyle. It's just wet and go and this. So now I'm Rosie the Riveter. Or
I
I'm like,
seriously, all I can think of was, oh my gosh, why have I not thought of
I'm
that?
always like, we can do it.
Where'd you find
Yes,
that?
we can.
Hmm.
Um, so the guy, this thing
Hmm.
on TikTok, I bought, it's like a set of six of them. They're all different colors. So
You
I
gotta
just,
send me the link.
okay, I will definitely do that. Yeah, because it's actually really wide. It's just if I put it up wide, I look bald. So I don't have a ton
I
of hair.
love it. I think because it's so good when those times when, like you're going a little long for your gray to cover it up, or
Mhm.
like I did something different today and then I got caught in the rain. I'm like, oh, that would have probably given me a little more zest.
Yeah, because there's girls at my work that have really long, thick hair, and they do that messy bun and then put this on, and they look adorable.
Right.
I'm
Oh, I'm
like,
so
look at you
excited.
today. She's like, girl, I rolled out of bed and threw my hair in a bun. I'm
It,
like, you're wearing it well. You're
Yeah,
wearing it well. Yes,
exactly.
yes. The other one, when do I feel most like my true self? When I'm being true to myself, when I'm not holding
Mm-hmm.
back. That's when I feel the most truthful to myself. And to me, it's my quirky little ways. You know, everybody's like, you're so silly all the time, but like I enjoy being silly. And I used to be like, oh, don't let anybody see how silly I am. They'll think I'm crazy, stuff like that. Or they'll be like, that girl's weird. No,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I embrace it. And I notice people embracing my weird, my quirkiness too.
It's more fun.
It is. It is because I'm like, I'm to the point where I don't care. I don't need to care what people think about me. I need to care about what I think of myself. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my biggest thing that has really blossomed. There's
Mm-hmm.
the word in the past few months,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
And it gives you a lighter aura. Not you, but just in general, when you have that lightheartedness. I was just reading an article today from John Delaney. He's a doctor and he's partnered with Dave Ramsey, and he was talking about how we as parents, if we were being silly, listening to music, we dance, and we really let loose, it gives them permission to let loose. And when they feel that, it's like no big deal, haha, whatever. But then they're more likely to do that as well as kids.
That makes a lot of sense because my daughter Chanel acts goofy with Bennett all the time. They do crazy things and he's been on camera since he was born, because everybody videotapes everything. So he loves to perform for the camera and he just like he'll go to his school dance and most kids his age are standing on the sidelines. He's
Mhm.
out there just dancing,
Yeah.
pulling his pants up because he needs a belt and just wiggling and having a great old time. She took him to the Rolladium to go skating and he skated by himself. There was no one else. And then all of a sudden he comes around in a video and he's skating with some girl and they're just chatting it up. And she's like, yeah, I, Bennett always finds the girls,
Oh,
but
it's
just
so
his
cute.
little outgoing spirit. Jordan and Michael weren't like that,
Mm,
and that's the last ones that I really raised. They weren't like that. They, like me, that exactly what you said. They were living just like I did. You know, we're just here, but we don't need to be seen.
mhm,
We're just going to make a quick entrance and then we'll leave.
mhm,
Not anymore. You're right. Not anymore.
mhm. Mm.
All right. So let's see where we're at. Well, we went over what are you afraid might happen if people saw the real you. Like I said, I don't. I have. I know who the real me is, and if that's who I portray, that's who I'm supposed to be. And my purpose here is to share my story and to enlighten others and help bring them some peace in their life, the peace that I needed for years. And now I'm finally finding it.
Such a joy. And having a space like this that asks us those questions, like when are you showing up for yourself recently? Um, I would share because I know this also makes somebody feel when they catch the replay, um, that it sinks in a little bit more. Um, I had a corporate um, session this last week that I did for leadership, and I only knew the VP, never met anyone else before. Went a little bit earlier to have lunch with them and kind of get a feel for the room. I could change my schedule and, assess, which really helped me know how to like, per, you know, how much, how high I can go or how much I need to bring up the room. You know what I mean? I could kind of felt like this is what comedians must feel like. They're
Hmm.
like, you know what I mean? Taking the stage.
Yeah.
Turn up my heaters. And so after getting to do the valet, because it was downtown Birmingham, like things that I just don't normally have to do, that was the only option. Based because downtown was booked and they said they would take care of my parking. So I pull up, they do all that. And I was early. So I went into the bathroom and I was like, I was talking to myself because my heart was like, you know what I mean? Like I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. And I've done the leadership game a number of different times, but I didn't know the group and I didn't know the temperature, and they were doing all these different things through already, right? And so I did it two different times. I went to the bathroom and I was like looking, I was like, you got this. You're made for this. Like I'm talking to myself. And then when I knew it was my time, like I had another 30 minutes before I was, I could feel it in the room. They were setting up for me. And I did that. And I chose to do that. No one told me to do that. I didn't have a checklist. It wasn't part of my contract with them. It was me. And I showed up for me. And I was like looking myself in the mirror saying, you are made for this. They're going to be so grateful. You know what I mean? Like projecting. And I was just doing some research on mirror work. And what that does is we see through to our soul. And when you speak it out loud, like I was literally in the bathroom talking to I wasn't like, I was like, you got this. You're made for this. Learning how to breathe with my stomach for the first time in my life,
Mhm.
like, and I showed up for me, nobody else. It was me. It was a choice.
Yeah.
And we get to do that anytime we need to, anywhere we need to.
That's one of my realizations. I'd show up for anyone else, but I wasn't showing up for myself. And
How easy
that's,
it is.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
So scary, but so easy. It's the
We've
fear of
made it,
unknown.
but we've made the thing so scary. I said that to someone this last week. Um, let's not say we can do hard things because usually the hard is not that hard. We've made it hard in our mind and we've made up stories to think it's hard. It's not hard. We do it and we're like, oh my gosh, why did I put that off for so long?
Yep. It's your
Hmm.
mind can, yep.
Crazy,
Hmm.
crazy, crazy, crazy. What a beautiful message. Did you have other questions?
I do have a couple of things, but um, well, one is what support would help you feel safer being seen? Which you just brought up some good ones, which you could do self-support by the mirror.
Say the question again.
What support would help you feel safer being seen in those times when you are,
Mm,
so like you brought up mirror work, talking to yourself, that,
breathing.
yeah, breathing.
Having a statement for yourself. I remember back when I was earning my first pink Cadillac and it seemed like such a big deal. Like it was, I'd earned two cars. Those were big deals, but this was like a whole nother world. It was actually twice as much in all the qualifications. It was 6 months versus 4 months. It was more in dollars and like everything was almost double. So that mental capacity to do it, and when things would not go my way, and it's funny because I do this to this day and I write it to this day. I can, I will, I must. I got this. I got this. And I said that in the bathroom. I was like, I was made for this. And finding those statements that you agree with. Like if I said I'm a billionaire, this part of me would be like, yes, that sounds fantastic. And then this one's like, no, you're not yet. Right?
Yeah.
But then
Yep.
you don't want to say things that there's like a battle here. It's a matter of saying, I can, I will, I got this. I was made for this. Like things that you know that you can keep saying that you're like, let's go. And I started swearing a little bit, so now I'm like, let's fox and go. Like everything I'm adding is the fox instead of like
I
something
like that.
you know, but just like whatever it does, and it does make you giggle. You know what I mean? Like when you were talking about just having fun, like saying things to yourself to get yourself going. And if you think back to your younger self, what would be inspiring and motivating when you're little, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
hmm What other things would you say would be helpful?
You could journal. That would be something for like an upcoming something. That's not something that's for instant when you have to stand visible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just journal your feelings and your fears and then, but let those in a positive way. Write
Mm-hmm.
them and then try and write it in a positive way.
Mm-hmm. That's a good
Uh,
idea.
yeah. I mean, you could also reach out to your support team, your support
Mhm.
group. I mean, not everyone has those. I am fortunate to have all of you, which is wonderful because you
Well,
just need a little kickstart.
and it's choosing into it, like
Yeah,
we recognize the value of what we have now that we have it, and
yeah,
I remember when I didn't.
right.
And
Me
there's
too.
something special about women who are willing to show up when things are uncomfortable, when they're challenging, when they want to be brave, when they want to be courageous, or when they want to be called out for saying the word try, like, and it's there, it's not a hand slap, it's not a shame, it's not a judgment, it's a, oh, yeah, I know, I got this. You know what I mean? It's literally calling you out to say, hey, you got toilet paper hanging off your shoe. Do you want it there? Oh, you don't? Okay, I don't either. So, being able to call each other out so we can be better together
Yeah.
in that
And
collaboration. hmm
and gentle reminders
hmm
of where you were the day before or where you were a month ago. That's something that I do when I'm feeling down on myself. Like through this whole move, I've been like, every day I got to do something. I cannot wait till the last minute. But then I come home and I'm like, okay, went to work. I had four house. I brought the empty ones back. Now I've got to fill them again. And it's just that process of, hey,
You
look at
get
what you've done.
to.
I
You
get to,
get to
yes.
do it. You get to make the move. Think back when you weren't ready for the move, and now you're ready for the move. And now you're like, let's do
That's,
this.
yeah. And knowing when, like, um, I had went to my nail salon. I had shared this with Maggie prior, but while I was getting my nails done, I met a couple of women that are in that area. I'm going to need another anesthetician to wax my eyebrows. My sister-in-law's an hour and a half away, and her schedule's getting really full, and all of that. And I met an esthetician. This woman, I was praising her. She was getting a pedicure, reading a book, and had a face mask on that she brought in by herself. Took it off, and I was like, this woman had glowing, beautiful skin like those ones you see of the Asian skincare, I think it is, that's all over, where they
Mhm.
take it off and everybody's face is glowing. That's what her face looked like.
Oh
And
my
she's like,
gosh.
I've been working on this for a couple of years to get my skin to look this beautiful. But she just like, I was like, her. She just reading the book, getting her pedicure, just totally
Did you get her
like
info?
so zen. Yes, I have her
So we could
info.
do an event with her?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, because she's I think she's a chief operating officer for the salon that she works at too. Yeah. And they do a bunch of stuff. And then I also met another sweet lady who does Cincy,
Mhm.
who had recently just lost her mother.
Mm.
I got to sit with her for a few minutes and we had a great conversation too. And I mean, this is what I want. I wanted to be able to network with more people. And I felt like, oh, I'm going to this town that I don't know anyone but the people I work with. Now I can't run to the store in my jammies. I feel like I
You can.
can't even live
You
around
actually
there.
can. You just
I
might need a
know.
trench coat.
Right. Yes. There you go. But I mean, those things were coming, but it was mostly, I want to be able to go and do things around my house, but I also want to visit my family too. But I still want to have a life. So I need to get out and to network and to meet more wonderful women in the area that I spend most of my time.
Yep.
Excuse me, my throat is super dry tonight. This weather. Just keep changing it up. But I'm all about loving that weather we had just a few minutes ago. I haven't been out in a while. It looks like I think I just heard thunder. But
We have like four seasons in a matter
I
of
know
days.
in a day. They were like, "Oh, it's 72 right now." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Then why does it say it's rain, possible snow later tonight?" Really?
Welcome to Michigan.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yes.
awesome.
It's crazy.
Well, the journey of you being willing to take the move and the process that we all know what it's like to put things in a box. And
Hmm.
you're doing it and you're sorting and making decisions, and the best is yet to come. And I think that that was a little glimpse today of the opportunity to meet some really great people.
Yep. I'm cleaning out a lot of clutter too. I took like 6 bags of garbage out of here.
Oh,
Just
good.
things that I'm like, I haven't used this. I don't need this. I don't need this. And then I
Yep.
was like, oh, I can give this to Chanel. I can give this to Ashley. I can give this. I'm like, stop. No, you cannot. They do not need it. Psh, 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 which is
Yep.
making it a lot faster to.
Donation, donation, donation.
Yep.
Good. That's awesome.
Yes, yes.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your beautiful message. Is there
Yes.
anything more that you feel that someone needs to know today?
Just, I mean, all of this tells you just to be yourself
Mhm.
and be
Everyone,
courageous.
everyone else has taken.
Yep, that's right. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. And you can be your biggest cheerleader. But you can also find people to help cheer you on too.
That, that's us. That's
Yes,
us. And we
that's right.
have a bigger team on their way. They're just shifting from Sundays to Mondays. And the truth of how sacred and special it is when it is intimate.
Yes.
And it's such a gift. So thank you for your preparation. Thank you for being
Thank you.
courageous yourself. I know this was a shift from Lori was teaching and you swooped in to step in and take care of the spot. And so I'm very grateful and I am most excited of what's to come.
That was me being courageously visible.
Yes. Da, 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 da.
Thank you.